Greetings and welcome, Light family, Ascension family, my divinity to yours. Welcome if you're new, gratitude if you're returning. Thank you for all your comments, your clicks, your love, light and support. Today I wish to share with you, before we begin, our reading with Queen Elizabeth is a visualization that I have taught many, and I think it's very important that I share it with you because it is very applicable for what we're dealing with in the current times between nations and the planet. And as this family of light is ascending and progressing and uniting with one common goal, and that is love. And I do thank you for your faith in me, your understanding, your patience, your tolerance. I am deeply, deeply grateful. So very quickly, I want you to close your eyes. I want to keep this very short. Close your eyes and bring into your vision a dark cloud. A massive dark cloud covering your country. You can't see the light as clearly. It is very shadowy, it's gloomy, it's eerie. The energy feels incredibly distorted. But you're wide awake, you're very conscious, you're aware. You have done the work. But people around you are walking asleep. People are walking around confused and dazed and hazy and really not in their conscious awakened self. And we're not just talking about an awakening of spirituality. We're talking about having the energy of life, to get through the day. It's just a drag. It is grim. It is bleak. And as an observer, it is concerning. And how can you help them? This is a technique that you can use. For many of you that have done the slaying demons meditation and series and practice from Archangel Michael, thank you. You're familiar of how to be warriors of light. But today I call upon everybody that's listening to put on their armor of light. You can invoke your guides, your guardians, your protectors, Divine Creator, Archangel Michael, to shield you, to cloak you, to be with you and guide you through this. And always do whenever you work with this type of clearing. Archangel Michael, Divine Mother, Father, Creator, my guides and the guides and guardians of all that are listening, I ask you to encompass us in your love, light, protection. And I thank you. We ask you to give us the strength and the courage to act compassionately, harmoniously for the higher and greater good of everyone concerned, and that as anchors on the earth, instruments of light, that we do your work with the highest vibration in a beautiful and balanced way. Thank you. So bring into your vision now that you are standing on the ground and looking at all of these people around you going about their day half-heartedly, bleakly, sadly, depressedly, oppressed, etc. And you are this beaming beacon of light. And this dark cloud is hanging above, high enough not to be seen, but you're very clever, intuitive, and with clear lenses you can see it. It keeps the sun out, it keeps the divine rays from heaven out, and this is what creates this very overcast cumulonimbus, angry blanket of clouds. And what is in these clouds? Control and manipulation and fear, poverty, lack and limitation, victim, all of the lower vibrations. And where did it come from? It came from those that are in power, that wish to keep people and nations asleep. And they do this through mind control. They do this through many other techniques. Your satellites on the planet, around in the atmosphere, in outer space, all control many different functions and can be activated to release energy and information that is programmed at a touch of a button. But a lot is used through thought form, and to do this takes great mastery. And the opposite of love is fear. And therefore, the millions and billions are captive in this type of energy bandwidth, fear. And what happens when you are fearful or afraid? It is worrisome, it is troublesome, it is bothersome, it is stressful, distressful, oppressful, and so on. And then what happens from there? It increases, it touches every other vibration that is similar to it, like Velcro, and then just grows and expands and becomes larger pockets that attach itself and grow bigger, and then becomes attached to this dark cloud. So what I am saying is, you give your energy away through those type of vibrations. When you're afraid, you give some of your energy away. Your positive becomes fear, and it gravitates, elevates up to the cloud and attaches itself. And every time one does that, it just glows bigger and darker and heavier. And that is what happens. You disempower yourselves, and you allow the one that is controlling that energy, and I say one, but there's lots of them, so we'll use one, and that is how they control you, by depriving you of your own energy, draining you of your own energy, and weakening, so that you are in constant dependence and codependence on what is happening that they're feeding you to believe is true. The greatest weapon against any dark energy is love. That is their greatest fear, love. And if you take back your power with love and express love, it is very easy to diminish this energy and distinguish it and extinguish it. So, bring into your vision that each and every one of you are vibrating with your hearts swelling with love. This beautiful watermelon energy of your heart that you would have learned in one of the series is glowing and flowing with soft pink light and a layer of green around. It is bright and beautiful and light and love. And in both your hands in front of you in praying position, connect with the divine Archangel Chamuel, the Archangel of Love, and Archea Faith of Michael, and Michael himself to protect us and oversee this process. And as Chamuel stands in front of you, this beautiful pink angel, ask him now in prayer, please, Archangel Chamuel, may you please manifest Cupid's arrow of love for me. And as he does that and hands it to you, you are now the human Cupid. And I want each and every one of you to see this beautiful silver gold bow and arrow with a tip in a diamond pink light. And that tip is what will shatter. From your heart, through your hands, allow the love to flow into your hands and into the bow and arrow, powering it. And see that build momentum at the tip. That you begin to see this electric charge, this vibrational frequency, and it thrills you. The love thrills you. And now, turn your head, your body, your consciousness to these dark clouds, little clouds that become a huge cloud and the massive cloud, all gravitating to one particular position. And I want you, with your love, say, I now, in God's name, the Divine Creator's name, the entire angelic and archangelic team and my guides, with the force of light that you all are guiding me and helping me through this, I will now strike this cloud with this particular arrow and shatter it with love. And as you begin to power yourself up, position yourself to strike the center of this massive cloud. And as you begin to do that, and when the arrow is reaching closer and closer, you begin to see and feel the momentum of this charge expanding like electric frequencies or electric lightning bolts in a very vertical and lateral and circular energy, that it will penetrate from the center, from the core, and gravitate outwardly, creating all these cracks, these little and large cracks of pink light, that eventually that cloud shatters. And say that I now release you in the name of the Divine Creator in love and light. For only love and light is allowed, is expected, and will be accepted on this planet for all of creation. And so it is. And you are able to manifest many arrows, so you may continue to use as many, and I will give you a few moments. But work from the center and allow it to move in all directions. And when you see that you have achieved, the sky begins to become visible. You are seeing the rays of the sun drop in these beautiful spectrums of light, kissing the earth, the planet, the people, and see them all light up, turn their heads and faces, their bodies towards this beautiful, beaming, beautiful, bright sun. Taking in the rays and breathing it in and allowing it to flow and lighten and brighten them, and the cheer and the laughter and the happiness returns. The oneness, the fairness, the love, the kindness, the compassion, all returns. The energy, the vitality, and there is harmony and peace and abundance of love, light, prosperity. And you take this arrow and hold it to your heart and give thanks and allow your heart to bless this arrow, to purify it, the bow and arrow, and now you hand it back to Archangel Jamiel. And it is yours to always borrow through this process, but it must be returned. And you give thanks and bow, and he leaves. And Archangel Michael and Archea Faith, you bow to them in gratitude for protection, and they leave. And I want you to hold this vision for as long as you can in your everyday life, that you will always shatter the dark energies. And I must ask each and every one of you to ensure that you do this, not just for your country, but for the United Kingdom, Great Britain, to bring love, light, healing and justice to everything that's taking place. Divine Creator, I ask that you stay present with me and bring through the energies of Queen Elizabeth. And as she makes her way through on the energetic planes, very quickly I want to share with you that she is a Taurus Sun, a Leo Moon, a Capricorn Ascendant. So she has a fixed Earth, which is Taurus, a fixed fire, which is Leo, and the Earth of Capricorn. Her midhaven is Scorpio, which is water, and her dominant planetary or celestial bodies is Saturn, Pluto, and Neptune. So having Saturn, we all know, is a huge task. And that was very evident in her life as being very disciplinarian, very dutiful, and so on. And with Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, and Pluto in Aquarius right now on the planet, we know how challenging that is. So she carried the energy of doing the work, the duty, at the same time being a template for the change to come when she leaves the planet. So let us bring in the energy now. Show us bring us the energy of introduction to Queen Elizabeth. Give us a message. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the King of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, but I won't take that. Give me one more that introduce her energy. The Three of Cups. She has completed her cycle and is evolved into the higher planes and dimensions in light. She has ascended from her role here, which was very difficult and dark. She's now decided that all of these incarnations previously in a dark, negative, ruling, reptilian type of energy is no longer applicable. She's evolved and is holding light and wishes to work with the planet now to help usher in this light. Her life was a great celebration. She's achieved a lot, and she's not proud of a lot. She had to stand tall and do her work, and not all of that work was bright as light. But she speaks of having celebrated many, many years and many revelations, many timelines, the wars, the pain, the happiness and joy all at once. She was very fortunate in many ways, but also very disfortunate or unfortunate. Show us, tell us a little bit more about where you are and what you're doing. The Sun. The Seven of Swords. We have the Empress, the Two of Wands and the Five of Wands as supporting energy, showing her role, her power, her balance, the struggles. We have the Seven of Wands. This is where she is, happy, content, and in the light. Leaving it all behind, all the deception, all the pain, the fight, the struggle, following orders being dictated, putting up boundaries, rules and regulations, standing up and against for many years. We have two sevens, which is the 7 decades of having to do this each. 7, 70 years. Is there anything else that you like to say about what you're observing from the other side? Or you want to share? the Three of Swords. Pain, a lot of pain, a lot of sadness and grief, a lot of loss of life. I've witnessed a lot and I am witnessing it now. This is a 3 and we have a 3, a 33. Christed energy, Christed consciousness. So she now wants to operate from the Christed energy. Give us one more, then we can ask some questions. Well, we have a few. The 8 of Swords. Being entrapped, disempowered, I was trapped and disempowered too. I was at constant battle with many forces. The Hanged Man. There were times that I hung in the balance. As much as you think I might have had it all my way, that was not always the case. There were a lot of times that I had no say and I followed and was dictated to. It is now time for justice. You've waited too long, but we heard and we still hear the call. The Queen of Wands. Action will be taken to restore what is missing, bringing back the feminine energy, the feminine power in a more softer and loving way. We have the 6 of Pentacles. Oh dear, we have the Tower. 6 of Pentacles is about distribution, charity, giving and receiving, returning back to others, to nations, to the planet, all of that which was taken. We have the King of Cups next to the Tower. The King of Cups is Prince William, a future king. And the Tower is talking about the great challenges that are coming, that he will be dealing with or having to face. Thank you. I now ask you to tell us a little bit about what is happening with the monarchy at this time. We have the 3 of Cups. What is there to celebrate? Tell us, what is there? We have the 9 of Cups. What else? We have the 8 of Coins. and the Knight of Cups and the Magician. 3 people working very closely to bring about a new energy in, a feminine energy. There are plans to celebrate an incoming feminine energy. It is not of a high vibration. It is being done in the darkest of intention. And that is the one that is planning it. Can you tell us more? What is the consequence? We have the 5 of Swords. We have the Queen of Coins that fell in my hand as I left it. The Queen of Coins is Princess Catherine. The 5 of Swords is a great battle that resulted in an unaliving or a deadly or bloody situation. Can you see that? What else is happening? Five of Coins. Poverty, loss, financial loss. This is a great loss to the monarchy, and it will be a great loss for the monarchy. It will lead everything that's taking place or taken place into a collapse. And it is happening very quickly. Prepare yourself for news to come about significant changes. For a lot of the strategies are not working and will not work. It does not operate on the frequency and timeline when I was in rule. It is now time to move to the light. And because I am in of light and from light, I see very clearly what is taking place that I am not proud of. I was very much part of this institution and have full knowledge of what has taken place. It has reached its climax, and all of your prayers are being sent to heaven there anything else that you wish to share surrounding the energies of the monarchy, of the palace, of what is happening, what to expect? We have the King of Wands, we have Judgment and the Ace of Coins. The darkness, the powers that be that have controlled and manipulated, are the ambitious ones that you do not, at a human conscious level, understand what is going on behind the scenes, that is hidden from plain view. It is dark and controlling. It is an energy that has been very ambitious for eons of time. It's an energy that dictates and controls, that manipulates, and I had to obey, and the ones that are trapped are obedient to this energy. They are like puppets being controlled. But the day of reckoning, the day of judgment is upon us. We can no longer continue like this. The wealth must be returned. The love and understanding and fairness must be returned. No amount of money can replace what is done. And at the bottom we have the Wheel of Fortune. It must be returned. We have the Fool, the world's wealth, the fortune. For a new beginning, the ending must take place. Can you show us Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, the Ten of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune again? This fortune must be returned. The end times for a new beginning is preordained and destined. It is now. So this will be the plan for the future. New prosperity, new hope, new love, new kindness, compassion, and a restructuring of old systems. Look at this card. When I left, the crown had come off this institution. The powers that be that controlled and manipulated through me did a very good job because I was very obedient. And if I did not do as I was told to do, I would have been most likely taken out. And because I knew I was capable of doing and not allowing that energy to pass on to the ones that would ruin themselves almost instantly, I continued. And I fooled at the same time. Very little of who I was real. And after this dismantling and collapse of old systems will come the greatest happiness and joy on your planet for future generations, for your children and grandchildren and theirs. It will be the rainbow over every land, every country, every nation, and there will be a joy in return, prosperity in return. Justice. Your justice is sanctioned. It will not be easy. Your justice system is manipulated and controlled, and I am fully aware of how that works. And your justice will come in the most unexpected ways. It will not be how you are planning it in your mind. It will come through divine law and order. But it will have a very physical or material effect. You will find failures after failures that will create a domino effect to bring about transparency or clarity and unearth all of the dark deeds of the past, little at a time. It is something this earth has never experienced in this way. So prepare yourselves. Is there anything else? Death. We have the King of Cups and the Death card. And a whole lot of cards underneath. But we're not going through all of that. But at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords, which is death. There will be the loss of life through a lot of the justice, and there has been. So do expect that you will see and come to learn of deaths in the future that will not be pleasant. No death is. The King of Cups is your future king. A lot is sitting and resting upon his instruction or execution, and we are waiting like the world is waiting. We have the justice right next to the death. So you are looking for some justice on particular matters, and we are praying and hoping that you receive it as soon as possible. Can you tell us what is it that takes place behind the scenes, in the darkness? Tell us more about the darkness, the parts that you speak of, the control factors. What goes on that you can tell us about? Andras, the Chariot, sower of discord and slayer of men, ritualistic practice, sacrificial energy, these are the advancements of power, of control and manipulation, by taking life, by execution and sacrifice. What else? Marbus causes and cures diseases and tells secrets and things hidden, can make one shapeshift. The 10 of Wands. So that in itself tells you of what goes on in the underworld. Reptilian humanoids, reptilian draconian energies, shape-shifting, lot of darkness, to appear and disappear. We have 2 twos. We have the 2 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. We have Selos. Causes the love of women and men, and of men to women. This is lust and greed for an energy that does not belong to one but is shared amongst many, by many. It's an energy of promise, but of deception. An energy of grounding, bloodlines. An energy of longevity. The 2 of Wands, Ipos, tells of the past and the future, can make one intelligent and bold. Working in duality between 2 worlds. Trying to be on both the teams and deceiving one for the other and vice versa. Trying to bring balance by fooling and controlling and blending energies and timelines. You have a rise to the left and a fall to the right, and vice versa. Very little honesty, misdirection. Can you give us one more? Can you tell us, perhaps, what have you been exposed to? What have you been exposed to or partake of? Vipula. Makes one skilled in labor and craft, and increases the knowledge of philosophy and science. I had to learn. I was exposed to this. I had to master the arts of many practices throughout my cycle until the end. I was very good at what I did. I could not question. I had to do. I had to learn very quickly and execute these particular practices or instructions. And I worked non-stop. It is very exhausting and constantly watched. We had a supporting card, which is Valak. The Wheel of Fortune tells where the treasures are hidden and reveals hidden dangers. And the underworld, beyond your world's understanding, with the secrets of all the treasures and the dangers. Well, we had one more. Let me read that. Malfas, the Ten of Swords. That is the death energy, sticking the swords in someone's back, executing, builds houses and high towers, and destroys his enemies' thoughts and desires and all they have built. Gives good familiars. So the promise of prosperity, and very easily that can be taken away. No one is spared if you fail or you deceive. Everything given can be taken away as quick as it was given. I would like to close this reading soon. All right. Can you please tell us give us 2 messages, please, if you can, to share with us. What would you like to tell us? I leave this to you with no question, just for you to share any inspiration or hope or message that you'd like to. King of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. We've got 3. And at the bottom we have the Ten of Cups, which is a repeat of the Ten of Cups here on the table. Happiness and joy will arise from the depths. King of Swords, waiting for truth. Open your eyes and see the truth. Pay attention to everything you're being given and shown, and look at it, dissect it, use your forensics, intuition to discern what is truth. For some of you are not seeing it for what it is. The time of exposure has arrived. It is now time that you open both your eyes and wide and see it and understand it for what it is. Four of Wands. Your happiness in this world will return, but you will need to light up. You will need to shine your light and brighten this world. You will need to rise above all and everything to stand tall. We are asking each and every one of you, like you have been given a lot of guidance on how to shine light, to spread light. For the country in question is sitting in a lot of darkness, and we ask you to shine your light, switch on these light bulbs, send the balloons of light to each and every heart, and cover the country, the nation, with love. So what you are waiting for, looking for, searching, will happen much quicker and quickly. We have the Ace of Pentacles again. It is here, next to the Judgment, and it is now sitting on top of Justice. This is the prosperity that you are looking for in your world. Divine intervention is available. We are asking each and every one of you to help us achieve that. I am not proud of everything done, but I can now proudly say that I am willing to help in any way I can to bring you the guidance and the wisdom to accomplish what is needed. And I will now take leave, but I will return. Thank you, Queen Elizabeth, for being with us at this time and sharing your wisdom and knowledge and information. It is beautiful to once again channel your energy, and I am deeply grateful. Divine Creator, I thank you for your love and light, your protection and understanding in bringing through the energies and frequencies, the messages, and for holding this family of light together for a higher and greater good as we progress and ascend. I thank you. Beautiful ones that are listening, I wish to share very quickly that I will be doing a few series of light channels with Queen Elizabeth. She has given me the list that we'll go through at the very start, so we can look forward to her coming with a message regarding Princess Catherine in the next reading, and then William, and then Charles, the King, Meghan and Harry, or Harry and Meghan. And that is where we will go for now, until further instruction is given on how to proceed with the royal energies and readings. But she wishes to share a lot of insight or information and wisdom on each of them individually, because it becomes too much in one sitting. But we are very grateful for receiving a lot of information, and I thank each and every one of you for being patient and understanding through this process. And I do make a request that you use the technique I've given with the utmost respect and integrity, and you work a little bit at a time on the country, Great Britain, UK, and your country of birth as well, if you are living differently, so that we can bring about miraculous change and love and light and peace and harmony. And with that, do enjoy the rest of your Easter break. Be safe and blessed. Until next.